Posthumous semen retrieval, or PSR, is a procedure where a male has fully passed away and the male's sperm is taken from the male's body to use to conceive children. This procedure is thought of being unethical for many people, but moral for some. PSR has its uses, as it can be used in cases where it can bring life into the world when the father isn't able to help conceive children naturally. It can also give a child a chance at life that could have been taken away. The mother and the father could have been planning a child, but an unfortunate event happened where the father died. Some people think of it as being unethical because some people may think it's unfair for a child to grow up without a father. It wasn't the mother and the father's wishes combined to have a child if the father had died without say or consent. The environment of the child would grow up in would have been unfavorable, or it is unnatural and disrespectful to the deceased. The main legal standpoint of PSR is consent. PSR is considered legal if there is consent from the father before death, or if it was the father's wishes to have the procedure done. If there is no consent or wishes from the father, then the procedure cannot be done. Even if the procedure is cleared and it is done, it is our job as healthcare professionals. Our job is not over. As healthcare workers, it is our job to be the patient's and the family's advocate. We are always asking ourselves questions based on the situation. It is our job to ask ourselves questions about the child. What would the welfare of the child be in the family? Is the family in the best position to have a child? At first, I was on the side of supporting PSR, and I still am. I was a little concerned about the law for PSR, though. I do think that consent should be given from the male to have the procedure done before death, but what if no consent or wishes were present? The law would have to go off of the word of the spouse, but the word of the spouse would most likely not be counted as solid evidence of consent or wishes. If the male did not want a child but left no consent or wishes, then the baby would most likely not be born, in which I would believe is unfair to the man and the spouse. If the law would take the spouse's word for it, what if the man did not want a child? It's such a hard choice and an ethical dilemma. Either way, I stand by my point of PSR to be considered ethical.